We'll see.
You know what's funny is I didn't think it would be that loud. It's very loud for that intro. I just redid the audio for this, so it just went so loud, and I did not realize it. Well, that's how we do on Geeks with Kids, because this is where nerd talk hits differently. Today we've got Mutants, we've got Mayhem, and we've got Sony apparently pulling the plug on discs and asking all of us just to emotionally accept it.
Yeah.
We're talking X-Men 97 Season 2, which just premiered, and PlayStation going fully digital. And whether the future is exciting, terrifying, or just expensive. Let's jump into it. Joining me is Dave and Hawk. We're trying something new today. We'll see if it works. If it doesn't, well, yeah, you know.
Tomorrow's another day.
Another day. Let's start with PlayStation. So I'm gonna pop up the news here. So on January 1st, on good old Canada Day, Sony decided to announce that physical disc production would be ending in January 2028 for new games releasing on PlayStation consoles. So that means not only are we not getting discs anymore from them, all the discs that will be sold, or at least the cases that will be sold at physical stores like GameStop or Best Buy.
But yeah, so Best Buy like steelbooks, right? What happens to the steel? So is it just
so they'll sell it, but they'll include a download key inside.
What's the point of an empty steelbook?
I'm a Nintendo fan as well, right? I have a Switch too, and there are versions of the Switch cases that are just download codes or cards that don't have the game on it, just download straight from the internet, which, as a fan, that really fucking annoys me. What are you guys' thoughts on PlayStation going fully digital? Does it change your mind about the system? Does it make you weary about going on PlayStation? I know we're the PlayStation guys. Like, we play on PlayStation more than Xbox and PC for me and Dave. But I'm gonna start with Hawk, because Hawk is console only. He doesn't play on PC. So Hawk, what are your thoughts on this?
I mean, I've been a loyal PlayStation guy since 1996. I believe when Final Fantasy VII came out. That was when I got my first one. And the first time I'm really thinking, no, this is just dead. It's just killed my interest in that, because, as we were saying, it's like, it's something being forced upon us. We didn't ask to go digital only in that. We didn't ask for these stupid boxes with stupid digital codes in that. Now, I bought games online and that, there's nothing particularly wrong with that. What I find repulsive is that it's no longer up to you whether you get a physical copy or a digital copy. Now, the big problem is that we've seen recently in that with companies licensing out these games, and that you pay your money for that game, you expect to keep that forever and that. And apparently that's not the case anymore. If they want, or if they don't want to continue updating it and that, they will simply remove it from your library. And, and really, what have you done? Is that a rental fee now? No, it's...
I believe was it a Ubisoft president that said, you're not buying games from us, you're just... You're purchasing a digital license.
Which has always been true. You don't own the code, right? But the difference is that's why you buy from GOG, right? Because with GOG, you can download the exe, put it on your little USB stick, and throw it in a coffin with you when you die, kind of thing. You can actually take it with you, right? It's the same problem with things like D&D Beyond, right? Like, you don't have a PDF, you don't own that. They can take it away from you at any time. So yeah, like, it sucks. It's also so egregious because this console generation started with Xbox going, we're going digital only, and then Sony going, no, you have the choice. In fact, we're going to dunk on them so hard. Here's our video of showing how to share PlayStation games and handing you a disc. What happened to that, Sony? Oh, right, they're a corporate. It's no longer financially worthwhile to them, right? It's far enough. Like, that's so shitty, right? To just turn your back on your own. Yeah.
The Sony president who did that, Sean Layton, is no longer there. And I know recently he went up and said that he didn't like the idea of Sony going fully digital.
Well, he was there when they started digital, and he even said in one of his interviews, he was like, I remember when digital was like a fraction of the sales.
Yeah.
Right. Like, one of the reasons digital is obviously so useful is because it's convenient. You don't have to leave the house to buy stuff, but you also don't necessarily have to leave the house to buy digital or a disc, because you can go buy it on Amazon or GameStop or whatever online. And I don't know if you've noticed, I've noticed a huge price disparity between Steam and PlayStation.
Yeah.
Where like a game like Space Marine 2, really popular game, came out last year, 2 years ago, whatever, and it's $30 more on PlayStation. It's on sale on both, but it's just $30 more on PlayStation. Well, why would I buy that on PlayStation? That makes me want to buy it on a PC. I'm not going to care that PC is going to, it's going to cost me more RAM, or what, RAM prices are up. So building a computer costs more, but it's still going to be more. It's always been more cost effective to build a PC, but it's just making it even worse for you. Like it's making a console a worse investment. Like you can't trade your games. You can't rent games, right? You can't trade them back in at EB. Like, what happens to EB? Are they just going to be selling codes? Like,
they're just not going to exist anymore.
I mean, they do sell codes now, but it's not a big part of their story. I mean,
it's all
they're mostly going into Funko Pops and stuff too.
Yeah.
But I like the thing that I think of when I think of consoles is like when I used to trade games with my friends, or like my cousin who was younger than me. I'd be like, you know what? Play this game. You might not have heard of it. It's really cool. And that's how we got into like Final Fantasy and stuff like that. Like they weren't games that he played because he was younger and he didn't have anyone to, show him like this was back in the 80s when NES was around. So this was like Final Fantasy 2. But like I'm a PC gamer mostly now. And we have someone in the chat who's saying, personally, I've been on PC since the 2000s. And the last games I got physical media for were Half-Life 1 and Diablo 2. So that ship has long since sailed over here. And I know like personally, like I buy most of my stuff on Steam now. Like you were saying, the prices there are so much better than on PlayStation. And I know that if a game gets delisted on Steam, I can still download it through there. I don't know how PlayStation's going to deal with it, because once I get like, if I want to go back to my PS3 and put it online, I can't go to the store. Can I go to the library there and download it? Is it going to be accessible at that point?
Well, think of PT, right? PT got delisted, and then people were selling consoles that had PT on it, because even if you had added it to your library, you weren't able to download it anymore. Yeah. Right. They said, no, you can't get it. Yeah. So, what was it? Marvel's The Avengers, right? That was Eidos. Yeah. Same thing. I bought it right before because it was like $2. I was like, well, I want to buy it. It wasn't worth the $2, sadly.
Yeah.
But still, like you can get it on Steam. I don't think you can even download it on PlayStation anymore. Maybe you still can for now, but for how long? Not to mention, how much more of an iron grip will Sony have on the market then? Because they're already getting sued left and right for being a monopoly, right? Just like Google is and Apple are. Like everyone's getting sued for it. The difference is that like with Steam is a monopoly because it's the best. Like people hated Steam when it came out, and now everybody loves it because they have good deals. They're the cheapest. Yeah, they take more than Epic, but Steam has a lot of functionality. It has things people like trading cards and stuff like that. They don't have to do anything, and they don't answer to shareholders, right? It's privately owned. Sony doesn't have that, benefit. And because Sony has to answer it's the bottom line. Like it's only going to get worse. It's in shitification.
There is a question about on GOG, you can download the EXE. We talked about this at the beginning, and you can trade it with your friends. Is that sort of like how like digital trading is going to be on? Like, are we going to?
No, they'll just get rid of it, right? Like, because they don't want it, because they see it as a lost sale, even though we all know that's not a sale, right? Like when you go, hey, you should play this game, and I go, well, that game's $40. I'm not just going to buy a $40 game just because, right? Like, yeah, there's lots of people who might, but the majority of gamers, like we know this, we've seen the data. The majority of gamers are single game players. That's why free to play games do so well, right? They don't necessarily make a lot of money because they need whales, but a lot of people play them because they don't cost any money to get into.
And I know a lot of the people that I have in my family account for Steam are the people I'm like, you should try this game. And you can add like 7 or 10 people on your family. A lot.
And you can change them out too, right?
Yeah.
PlayStation made it like PlayStation 4, early PlayStation 5. It was nice, right? Remember how easy it was to share games? Now it's really difficult. Like it's not like it used to be. Oh, set primary console. They can download all the games and play all the. No. You have to log in every once. So it's like Netflix. You have to have Oh, are you sure
Oh
you're
my
in the same
God,
household?
fucking
Need a
Netflix.
code, right?
Yeah, the Disney Plus is notoriously bad for that.
I mean, this is why piracy has been on the rise again,
Yeah.
right? And I don't doubt that the modding community for PlayStation is gonna like go into
Yeah.
full swing at this point.
It's
of what's
not
been said.
just cost, it's ease of access, right? Like we've said that time and time again. When you make things easy to access, then people won't pirate. But when you have to have 12 streaming services because you like one show from each,
Yes.
people like we had Crave for 3 months, and then we're like, okay, we watched. I was like, let's watch all the stuff we want to watch on Crave.
Yep.
Because we're not going to get it again because now we're on, now we have Prime for the next year or whatever, and then and then maybe next year will be Disney Plus, just because it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got Crave for A Night of Seven Kingdoms. We got rid of it. Now House of Dragon is back, so I have it back for the next couple months. Then I will get rid of it again.
Yeah,
because it's just it's getting, the cost is getting so exorbitant.
It's crazy.
It's not worth it for me to not just like use my NAS.
Yeah.
It's just easier.
It costs more, and yet, like the biggest complaint I'm hearing is that the filming community is contracting. It's like with TV shows, movies, everything, and that it's contracting. I don't know if you guys heard. There was a story recently. Kirk Acevedo, the actor from him, and that had to sell his house recently because
he follows me on Instagram.
Yeah, his acting is a lot of his acting jobs have dried up. And he's finding himself coming in second in the casting and that to movie actors who have moved to television and that because the film industry is apparently collapsing in on itself too.
Yeah.
Well, in fairness, when they sold movie studios because they were bankrupt in the 60s, I mean, that was the start, right? Because we've had TV, but like they didn't adapt in any way. You know what I mean? Like we've had blockbusters, but like we all still like those like $10 million movies. They just said, oh, they don't make enough. It's not that they don't make money. It's that they don't make
that whole theory was blown out of the water.
You know what I mean? Where it's like, yeah, make a movie for $10 million. If it makes $25 million, you made $15 million. And they go, yeah, but we need 100 extra because we have to do it for our shareholders.
Yeah.
Everyone's looking for that Marvel money, but even Marvel's not making that Marvel money anymore.
Like Bloomhouse just literally filled that gap with horror movies, whatever, thrillers and stuff like that. Yeah. And they're crushing it. They're making, because they make 30 movies a year that cost a 50th of everybody else, and then they all make 250 million because they're
all fun movies, right?
Yeah.
Like A24, they don't make expensive films, but they're always good films. And I just
it's literally we've had the fall of the AA studio into the rise of AAA into AA. And now the AA, right, for video games is starting to collapse a little bit because all the AAA people are trickling down into games like Helldivers and stuff like that. And we expect AAA quality, blah, 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 but it's a $40 game. And then what's thriving? Indie games. But now the indie game market is getting flooded like crazy because so many people get laid off. Well, they're good at making games, so they go make an indie game. Like it's going to be the same. It's this, that's why YouTube got flooded. Like why are people like Will Smith on YouTube?
Yeah. I mean, so Hawk, what does this mean for you? You're a gamer. You and your brother game a lot. But you guys are mostly PlayStation. Like, this makes me not want to do like PlayStation Plus. You know what I mean?
I know.
Like they've already raised the price so much.
Yeah.
Like
without,
what does it look?
Without
what does
like
gaming look
any
like?
sort of reciprocity in what you get for what you're paying, right? So you're basically just paying more for the same license you bought last.
And you have to pay it to keep it.
Yeah. So as far as me, really, I don't know. Honestly, this year I found I've gone back to older titles and that I hadn't even finished yet. And that I just actually got to the end of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and that I haven't beaten it yet, but
that's where we all got.
Well, Hawk, I have the disc of Final Fantasy 16 if you want to play. I really liked it.
Yeah, I think we all played it, didn't we?
Yeah, that's one with Clive, right?
Yes.
Yes, I played that. It was great. Honestly, I'm a little up in there. I don't know what the future is for me in that. I don't know if I want to move on to another platform. I don't know that there's going to be any platform that's really going to offer me anything more than like PlayStation is willing to offer at this point. So
what if Xbox is like, we're going to still make discs? Would that sway you over to the Xbox realm?
Again, they're in the same boat, though. I think, as Dave said, don't trust the corporations in that. Why? Because corporations just basically they want to be number one in that, and like being number one means killing off every ounce of competition that you have. This directly impacts like the people the actual people and factories and workers and that whose jobs are making these mediums and that. So that's just for that alone, is just it's just terrible. It's just terrible all around. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's time for me to get into a PC. If they've followed through on that, maybe it's actually time for me to go the PC route.
Well, say the next console generation comes and the PlayStation 6 is $1,000 and a Steam machine is $1,000, and the Steam machine won't be as powerful. You have all the access to every Steam game, which includes all the same free-to-play games. The difference is you don't pay a monthly subscription anymore, right? You can play Apex Legends, you can play whatever, Dota. Well, Dota's not free, I guess, but like you don't have to pay for those anymore, right? Is that like how much is that worth to you? Because the Steam machine looks probably close enough to a PS5, not a PS6 necessarily.
Yeah. And I mean, who knows what Steam machines come out this year now?
They're out.
They're out.
Yeah, they're coming out this summer.
People have them to review, but
yeah, I know. Is it a matter of bells and whistles and like pretty pictures and that like that draws me into games? No, not so much anymore.
Because you guys play Call of Duty, right?
No,
not so much anymore. Okay.
Not so much anymore. No,
okay.
No. It's just it's the repetitive of the situation. It's the exact same thing with Destiny and that. It's just there's only so much PvPing you can do in that, where it's just like, okay, I'm really just wasting time here. I'm not doing anything I haven't done a million times before in that. And Call of Duty is the exact same thing in that. It's like it's just this endless, get tokens and that, maybe like earn a bit of that COD money and that for like a cool outfit that's out at the time. But like other than that, nothing changes. It's just
how do we get you into Battlefield with us, Hawk?
Battlefield's so much fun.
Actually,
I've got almost 300 hours into 6. It's good.
I know my brother, our roommate Quinny, and that is really into Battlefield. He's on there every night. Actually, Battlefield is a way better game.
It is.
That's just for the plethora of like roles and assignments and the
updates
vehicles.
are free.
Yep.
I will say one thing, because Call of Duty does have co-op mode still, right? Like it's had single player co-op. They still do zombies a lot. Like there is that, and obviously Battlefield doesn't have that. Battlefield is very much a PvP, but Battlefield introduced bots this time, and honestly, they make the game a lot better. Get a little bit of that Titanfall feel again. Just because you can mow down bots. That's what was fun about Titanfall.
There's that Titanfall 2.
Impulse?
Impulse is out.
Yeah,
so
that's out. Yeah.
You can always head over to that. Right? You never know. All right. Any final thoughts on the Sony going digital? I mean, we'll see what happens. Like, I don't know.
There was this episode of Hacks in the final season and that where basically this guy is explaining to the writer, what's her name, Ava, and that AI is here and that, and everybody's just got to get on board with it. And she compared that to the philosophy of I don't want to say the word, but someone who essays other people. That is the mentality of Sony right now, and a lot of other corporations and that. But tonight we're just going to focus on Sony and their greed, and that same old rhetoric of it's like it's the inevitable, it's coming, so you just better get on board with it.
There's a lot of people that have signed a petition for this. I think the last time I saw the official petition for bringing discs back to PlayStation was something around 144,000 signatures.
That's not enough.
That's not enough, but it was pretty fast considering that just started 5 days ago.
Like when this announcement came out.
Yeah.
I think it's a classic Sony when they get too big for their britches, like, oh, we crushed it with the PS2. Here comes the sub processor. It's going to look
You're going to want to get a second job. You're going
to pay $800 for this thing. And everyone went, that Xbox is $400.
Yeah.
And it plays all the same games and a bunch of exclusives you don't have. And Halo's pretty good. And all of a sudden Sony went, what the fuck are we going to do? And the PS4 knocked it out of the park, right? PS5, again, they've never had two back-to-back. I guess PS1, PS2, maybe, but like the 4 and 5 had just been dominant. I mean, still not as dominant as PC, obviously, just or mobile. It's not even but Sony's going to have to take an L, I guess, again, and we're going to have to, I'll be back on my PC and not playing Sony games for a whole generation, basically.
Do you think this is why they took like the Sony games off of Steam? Why they're taking them off?
I think they looked at the numbers and said it wasn't like, we made, if they sell 50,000 copies, right? But it caught, and that made them $10 million. Again, it's simple corporate finance, right?
Yeah.
We need to 50x the investment. Did we 50x? No, then don't do it anymore. But it's also that things are slow to build up, right? Like Sony could have built up hype and then gone, all right, day and date, God of War, Laufey, same day on PlayStation, and they could have sold maybe 10 million copies or whatever, right? Like, yeah, it doesn't matter. There's 150 million or whatever Steam users. There's 55 million PlayStation 5s out there. Do them like you're missing a whole audience because you go, oh, we just don't want, we don't want to put in the time and effort to reach that audience. Well, then you're not going to reach them.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yep.
All right, let's talk about something happier. Let's talk about X-Men 97, which just premiered.
Let's talk about the Age of Apocalypse.
It premiered on Canada Day, July 1st, just last week, 5 days ago. 3-episode premiere. I don't know if they're releasing 3 every week. Did they do that last time? I think they did, didn't they? It was 3. It was 3 every week for like 3 weeks.
I'm sure.
It didn't look like it because it's going to end in August, like late August.
Oh yeah, so that means like it's 1 a week. We got
episode 4.
It's 1 a week. 1 a week for the rest of the week, for the rest of the run.
Only 9 episodes.
Yeah,
that's fine. If they're 9 solid episodes, it'd be more than some other things. Let's talk about episode. We're not gonna go into fully things because we're gonna do a full season review by the time it ends.
It's still really recent. I know a lot of people probably haven't watched it yet. So
we'll spoil a little bit, but we'll talk about what hits, what doesn't hit, for each episode. The first episode was called Days of Past Future, which is a play on Days of Future Past, which is one of the best X-Men storylines. The season opens following the fallout of season 1 with the X-Men scattered across time and the story splitting into different timelines right away. The first episode is focused on the storyline of Cyclops, Jean, and the others in the future. And we meet Mother Ascani and a time-displaced Nathan Summers, who was, if you remember, sent to the future because he had to deal with his techno-organic virus. This episode really functions as an adaptation of the Adventures of Cyclops and Phoenix, which was a story set where we saw them, a comics storyline. We saw them get sent to the future to raise their son. They don't inform Nathan that they're his parents. They do that in this show. What did you think of this episode and how it played out?
There's a couple of differences, right? Because in the original comic, it's only their minds that are sent to the future. Not they're in the bodies of humans, so they don't have their powers, so they can't defend him the way they can. Like we get some cool fight scenes, obviously. Yeah. So the changes, like it's neat, right? Like they're doing the twist. It's not like, hey, we're going to do exactly what we did, and I feel like the show's always kind of done that. Even back in the 90s, it didn't page for page redo everything.
Yeah.
And I think also it's been long enough that I don't think anyone's clamoring, just do the exact adaptation, like they clearly showed the season 1, they know what they're doing. So I'm pretty happy with it. I like the changes. I thought it's cool. It's really cool to get them to, see them still working together, getting to see them teach him how to use his powers because they have their powers. That was very cool. And then like, we also do get the debate, like, should we tell him, should we not tell him, sort of thing. Like there's added drama there because in the original version, like there's no reason to tell him.
Yeah.
Right. Because they don't have their powers. So they can't even prove that it's them kind of thing. Right. So I like it. I'm very happy with it.
Hawk, what'd you think?
Yeah, I haven't read the original comic book run and that, so I'm very happy to hear that people who have read it love the adaptation angle, which I never minded like a good adaptation, like when they take an aspect of a story and bring it over in that, especially into a format like this where they know they have very limited kind of run space in that. So, but everything in there has been so quality. One of the things that impressed me last time was just like how this series really shows off these mutant abilities and that in the way that we haven't been able to since the comic books really, and that the movies have been like a good, some bad, some classics and that, but it's this format has done a great job of showing off how amazing these people are, and that from Cyclops in the first season and that with his superhero landing and that
Oh my god! Yeah.
in this one, it was Storm, realizing how her powers kind of extend beyond just the Earth and that. Her calling up solar flares and that, altering the weather patterns of the sun.
Yeah.
It was just an epic moment in that, and plus seeing young Nathan learning his powers and that, because Cable, I never really knew how what his powers were actually kind of or capable of, because we always see them as his future soldier in that, in the adaptation in Deadpool 2 and that he just seemed more like a futuristic soldier in that.
He's an angry soldier from the future.
Exactly, not really a mutant in that, but in this, you can, as I think Dave was the one who explained it in that best, in that how he has to use his powers to keep that techno organic virus at bay constantly, and that, and otherwise he'd be probably one of the most powerful mutants who ever lived. But even with these limitations and that, seeing him move that enormous piece of debris in that episode to free all the other mutants in that episode,
it was so cool.
Yeah, it's just done such a great job of showing why these comics are and these characters have captivated us for for me 40 years now, probably. Yep. 40 years.
Yeah. I really, when I started this episode, I had the image of the first episode of 97 in my head, because that was such a high bar to live up to. And I'm glad that this episode fully hit that bar. I love that we got to see Mother Ascani. It's such a cool character. I'm sad they didn't really explain who she was. Huck, if you don't know, that's Rachel Summers, who's Cyclops and Jean's daughter from a different timeline.
Yeah, I knew it had to be.
Amazing.
For a minute, I thought it might be Jean herself. So,
also, do you know who voiced her?
I was gonna say,
Gaze McFadden.
I love that they're continuing the tradition that started with gargoyles in the 90s of just
getting the Star Trek cast must be
getting the Star Trek cast just to be awesome. We'll talk about more Star Trek cast in episode 3, but it was a phenomenal episode. I thought the visuals were really good. I think they upped their budget on just the animation and the styling. The styling is so good. The look of Ozymandias was so good. I loved when he went to dust, which is his thing. It looks so good. Seeing all the horsemen, it was amazing. We get to see more in the third episode. We get to see second episode. Wait, when did we see the
first episode?
Was this the episode with the horsemen? This is the one with the horsemen.
Well,
right?
this was his first horseman, right? The dude with
he's a Confederate soldier, where he looks like a Confederate soldier.
Yeah.
I love that we get to see how weird they are, because they're that weird in the comics. They literally just lifted them from the comics, and this is a bunch of weird shit, because the whole, it's almost like Deadpool or Wolverine. It's just like the wasteland, right? It's all this stuff that's time displaced, all these people who've been around for thousands of years serving Apocalypse. It's so weird, and we've never seen. I don't think we've ever seen anything that weird in any of the old Marvel shows. So it's just the fact that it gets to be weird is awesome.
Yeah. And then I was super happy with that first episode, and then we moved to the second episode, which was called A Force to Be Reckoned With, and we see the recruitment of Jubilee and Sunspot into Cable's X-Force.
The X-Force.
X-Force, because X-Factor is the Havoc one.
Yes.
And, that happened. And then my jaw dropped during the intro, which they changed to a heavy metal version that was set to the X-Force team, which just looked amazing. And then from the rest of the episode, jaw just stayed dropped because we got to see X-Force versus X Factor. What do you guys think of this episode?
I go first,
Dave.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Hawk, go.
really,
Go Hawk.
This one really cranked it up for me. And I was like, I love the first episode, and that I was like, I kind of held off. I watched it, and then I took it like a day or two in that before. But then, like, when we were doing this, I tuned into them this afternoon. That episode 2 absolutely blew me away, especially making Jubilee look amazing. The whole thing, and that in the fighting style, in like throwing on the headphones and that, and with the roller
Veruca Salt.
Salt and that Volcano Girls.
Harcroft messaged like just about that. He was like, and he was saying, we went and saw him the other day, and he was like, everyone in Canada knows this song. You just maybe don't remember hearing it because it was so big in the 90s.
Yeah, wasn't that big in the States? It was big here.
I don't know, but it was,
I mean, like, it might have been big in the States. I don't know. It was big here, because, obviously, like, with Seether, set the stage for that.
I love Seether, but Volcano Girls is, like, ingrained in my brain. Like, I remember the music video so much because I used to watch much music all the time. And seeing them bungee and guitar at the same time just made me so happy. And the fact that Jubilee was doing this in her fight just made my brain just burst of joy. Like, sorry, Hawk, I cut you off.
That's okay. No, this all around, it was so great. And like, when I was watching it, I was like, Jesus Christ. The Fox really dropped the ball like years ago in that with the X-Men and that, because like the X-Men alone is its own like MCU, like
they were the biggest property, right?
Exactly. It's like the myriad ways that whole franchise could have gone under Fox, and that if they'd had the vision to kind of expand out, we've got, because like it in this one episode, we get like, all these other ones that, like we would rarely see in any medium outside of comic books, and that Polaris, daughter of fucking Magneto, and it's like super powerful. I believe that was Alex Summers we saw in that.
Yeah, that was Havoc. Yeah,
that was Havoc. My God,
I loved Havoc. I know the very little we saw in the 90s of him made me sad. So the fact that we got a whole episode with him,
I don't think we even saw Wolfbane or Strong Guy before.
Never.
No,
we saw Strong Guy in the background, but never as a main character.
Yeah, exactly.
Wolfbane, I don't think we ever saw.
It's like people all kind of like throw those guys off as like just B characters and that, but like at the same time, it was always the B characters and that. I just absolutely fell in love with that.
Well, Multiple Man has had some great issues, like some great runs of comics, really fun ones. And X Factor was super important through the House of M stuff and the cube, the cosmic cube, like it gets turned into a person, Layla Miller. And she's like super power, and like there's a whole bunch of runs that are really great with them that my own friend loves to talk about all the time. Like they have great comics, and X Factor was initially made, like created comic wise, so that they could bring back the original X-Men and then change out the roster. Like they have a great history. It's a really cool idea to be like, oh, okay, we've got the X-Men who are like basically vigilantes. We've got X-Force who are like the Oh, did my computer crash? No, okay, good.
No, you're still there.
It froze for a second, so I was like, oh, here it goes. And X-Force, which is like the Black Ops, Nathan Summers going, we're gonna do Professor X's dream Magneto's way. And then X Factor, which is, they even say in the show, it's the government sanctioned. Oh, this is the government, this is S.H.I.E.L.D., but for mutants kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so like you get 3 distinct cool stories, and oh God, and then fighting each other. Oh, classic.
Oh my God.
So good. And Jubilee just ripping on him, like, oh, you're discount Cyclops. Like that's his little brother,
She was brutal. She was so funny.
How, like, because we got that little quick montage, we get to skip to, because we've never had Jubilee be a badass. She was always so useless, right? And we have 5 seasons. And she's like the first thing they learn, and by the end, she still hasn't learned to use her powers or anything or fight at all. And now she can like single-handedly take on a whole other team. Like, finally, like she's a badass.
Yeah.
Not to mention she had that whole episode last season, right?
With older her.
Yeah. So it's great.
I do love that she had the Quicksilver moment. Like from the X-Men movies. Like she
Yes.
got that moment in this episode, and she really deserved it because she really hasn't shone. Like Dave was saying, like she was just sort of a back. She was there in the first episode to be the damsel in
She's your
distress
introduction,
and
right?
bring us into that
Yeah.
world. But then she was just sort of put to the side. She was
Just
that
the
little
complain,
annoying kid,
right? Yeah.
right? So to see her actually go on her own, she went up against Cable. Like she spoke her mind. She's an X-Man. Like she knows her morals.
It's
I loved it. Like she was the fact that she could stand up to Cable, to Havoc, like all of these big personalities in the X-Men universe,
Yeah.
and to stand her own, like that was a solid move.
Like the showrunners get it. They took Wolverine and said, "We've seen enough.
The movies
we
have
get
done
it."
enough.
But also the 90s
And-
cartoon, because they've done his origin in the cartoon, like,
yeah.
Okay, who did we bring up last season? Gambit. Give Gambit his due. And everyone's like, people are crying for Gambit, right?
Mhm.
And now we're going, whoa, Julie's a badass. Like, it didn't take much. It just took people who understood the characters to bring it. Like, oh God, I hope I know I said it in the channel. Like, I really hope they can, when they're done with this, they start going to other properties and like Avengers and stuff. Like
this episode and the last episode show they can build a bigger world, right?
Yeah.
You see Morph turn into Thor. Like you're just sitting there, and you're like, well, just do it. Just
that hammer was part of his body. Like,
I guess. But like this one, we have X-Force, X-Force, and X-Factor. Like, I want to.
Are we gonna get Excalibur? Because I think we saw.
Oh my God!
Captain Britain, just give me him. Just give it. Oh my God, yes. Like we've seen bits and pieces of this world. Just expand it. You will just take the money. We will stay subscribed to Disney Plus.
It's
for the animated Marvel universe, because I'd be way more excited.
My partner's watching.
Yeah,
like that's how good it is.
My kids started watching X-Men 97 because of me, and I'm like, okay, let's just watch Spider-Man from the 90s. We're gonna watch Fantastic Four. We're gonna watch the
Silver
Iron Man
Surfer.
one, the Silver Surfer, because Silver Surfer was the best one out of all of them.
Best one.
And but like they're gonna love they love Spider-Man already.
They're
gonna love that.
So good.
Yeah, like they even made the clone saga better.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
like
I don't know.
It's not a good
I don't
spirit.
know why. It's crazy, right? Because we literally had a decade of some of the best television that was dominated by Marvel. We basically, other than Batman the animated series, I guess we had like a little bit of Justice League and stuff.
Superman was good too.
So we had 3 shows. We had like 9 Marvel shows, and they were all good. I mean, Avengers was maybe the worst, but I still watched it. I loved it. It had a season, and then they made the movies, and you're like, no. They showed you how good it could be. You know, when we had Sam Raimi Spider-Man, but like X-Men was so cheesy, like they just couldn't commit. But Spider-Man committed and showed you how good it was. You know, and it's taken us until now. Like now, we finally have like Wolverine and the yellow. Like what?
We got 2 Dark Phoenix movies, and none of them can hold a candle to the 90s animated version of it. Like, and we had said this multiple times. Like, you have to show good Phoenix before you show bad Phoenix, or we won't care.
There's no point. Nobody cares.
No one will care.
No one cares.
So, will we see it in the new MCU? We'll see when Spider-Man comes out and we meet Jean Grey.
They're smarter than that. They've
for God's sake, sorry.
I assume Sadie Sink is gonna be Jean Grey. I don't know.
Right. I think
I think they're just gonna start
tossing. I think they're gonna toss all that. I honestly think Hugh Jackman's probably gonna do like 1 or 2 more Wolverines, and he'll be gone as well.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna be 65. Like RDJ is 61, and he said he's already done with Iron Man. Like
because he's Doctor Doom now.
Well, he's Doctor Doom. But like, how long? Is he gonna play Doctor Doom for 20 years?
I assume this Doctor Doom.
Done.
Oh my God, they're gonna get rid of Doctor Doom, and he needs to be Fantastic Four anyway.
Well, he'll be Thanos. He'll have 1 movie to set him up, and then 1 movie, to defeat him.
Yeah,
don't worry. People are gonna be pissed when he like one taps whoever, like Thor, Hulk, whatever it has to be.
It'll be Thor. We know it's gonna be Thor because Thor's beloved.
Thor has to lose more. There was a synopsis that it was like Thor's gonna lose blah blah blah, and it's like, who's he got left?
He's got his kid. His kid is the last
thing. His kid away? That's messed up.
No,
that's messed up.
No, they're gonna kill Thor, and the kid will have lost everything. That's what we're gonna
I mean,
and then the kids rise up in
gonna
the second
do
movie.
Young Avengers, just
Young
do
Avengers.
Young Avengers. Just
That's
do
where
it.
they're going. They're gonna go there.
They're gonna be 35.
Everyone's gonna die in the last Avengers movie, and then we're gonna have all the young kids. We're gonna have Young Avengers. We're gonna have the X-Men,
Champions and Runaways, and
then
like,
Moon Knight will show up finally, right? Because
No,
Moon Knight,
I
he
don't
was so
think-
good.
I know,
bring him
but I don't
back.
think it's happening.
We're gonna go to episode 3, which is called "The Rise of Apocalypse" Part 1. How many parts will this be? We don't know.
It would be really funny if there was no part 2, though, right?
Oh god.
Like
There's
that
only-
would be to fuck people up.
There's only 2. There's only 2 parts, so it concludes next week
No,
or this week.
This week.
This one, we jump into the past, and way back, and we meet a younger, less villainous version of Apocalypse back when he was named Ensaba Nur. Before he became the conqueror fans know and love. This episode highly leans on the dynamic between Magneto and the young Apocalypse, which was really cool. I really like that. And their dialogue, and performance, and how Magneto tried to turn Apocalypse into a hero. Like the whole episode, this was his point. This was his penance for all the crap that has happened. Most of the episode, the X-Men are in the background. We see, Magneto and Charles talk a bit and talk about what they're supposed to be doing. Should we just go back, or are we trying to change Apocalypse for the better? Like, it's all the timey-wimey stuff that X-Men fans know. I thought it was really funny when they're like, we don't want to change things. We can't change the past. I'm like, you fucking do this all the time. It's all the time.
It's your whole MO.
This is what you guys do. What do you guys think of the first part of the young Apocalypse adventures?
Can we remake Apt Pupil with
Oh my god, Ian McKellen and
Ian McKellen, who was in the original movie?
Yes.
yeah,
But this time it's Oscar Isaac
Isaac.
as Apocalypse.
I mean, it will redeem him from.
And as far as I'm concerned, Michael Dorn can still be Ball.
Yep. Yes.
But in this time he'll be the Ball from Stargate, I think. Just so we can have Michael Dorn on Stargate too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
because that's a little bit what it is, right?
Yeah,
where it's like he's trying to kind of take him under his wing, and like, hey, I love that like the bad guy is like, I can make this bad guy not as bad, and Professor X is like, I think that's a bad idea, dude.
You might be the person that makes him worse.
You and did you? Yes, you did. Did you? Yes, you fucked up. Oh,
Magneto's like, I guess I have to redeem myself again.
Was Charles right? Yes, he was. It's almost like he's the smarter of the two.
Again, this was another great episode.
It was fantastic.
I did love that attempt at Magneto in that, because it was like, this is a pronged attack, right? They were fighting Apocalypse in the future, in the present, and in the past, and that. And this was a great kind of tactic to take, on paper in that. And Magneto was the guy. It's like there's similar lived experiences, and that made Magneto perfect to try this, if he could turn him, and quell whatever that rage inside him, and that the way he had quelled his own rage. But of course, that doesn't work out, because Apocalypse got Apocalypse. So,
what if Magneto can double down and go back further in time? And then it'll be wait. I'm saying it. It's Cosmic Ghost Rider, but instead of Punisher Ghost Rider with Thanos, it's Magneto and like 12-year-old Apocalypse, just going through and taking out all the threats in the galaxy, stopping the Kree Skrull War.
Yeah, but again, another great episode in that. Oh
More
boy,
Star Trek people.
the highlight was that basically was Nor going, launching his assault against Ramatut, and seeing like what he is capable of.
Ramatut, played by
John Delancey.
Perfect casting. Loved it.
Yeah,
I'd love to see John Delancey in live action in some MCU stuff.
I know. They need to put him in more stuff.
He should be Ramatut.
Remember that?
Great.
Remember him in Breaking Bad?
So
that
good.
one. Oh, what a great role for him.
Yeah, John. He does great voices. We know, we've heard him in lots of stuff. But like when I heard his voice, I went, oh my god, He's so menacing. He's so perfect. Like, I don't know how much he's gonna I don't know how much he's gonna influence this season. You know what I mean? Because he's a time traveler. He could leave at any point. But like, if the X-Men, like, are they gonna help him take down? Like, do the X-Men team up with Rama Tut? Do they team up with Apocalypse? Like, do they just leave and then those two fight? Like, that's good. Like, that, no matter what, I'm excited for that. Like, all the voices are great, but like John DeLancey's such a he's like Tim Curry. Like, he can just ooze evil if he wants, right?
Yeah.
Like,
they like, yeah. This is the question. Like, where do we go from here? Like, we know that this storyline, at least in the past, is going to conclude next episode, I assume, because of what it's called. But like, I assume the X-Men are going to help Apocalypse overtake the bigger of the evils at this point. Like, Rambutut seems to be the bigger of evil. Maybe. I mean, when Magneto saw that turn at the end, there is like,
I mean, without looking, I'm not going to look at all the other episode titles, but like, because obviously at the end of the episode, spoiler, Apocalypse says, well, I'm going to go back to the 90s then. Rama Tut can travel to whatever the fuck he wants, right?
Yep.
Like, so does that mean the Apocalypse Empire in the like that era doesn't happen because he's leaving? So Rama Tut sticks around. What happens when Rama Tut sticks around for as long as he like? How's that going to change? Like, when everybody comes back to the 90s, presumably to fight Apocalypse, is it in their 90s or is it like the Rama Tut 90s?
Yes,
like,
exactly.
90s is it now? Like,
all these timelines are so confusing.
It is though, because we're already looking at 3, right? The past, the present, the future. But we've already done time travel episodes, right? Like, all of these episodes of sort of, it's not the same stories, right? But we've done Days of Future Past here. Like, that's when they first introduced Bishop with Old Forge sending him back in time, right? Like, and Cable coming back in time the first time. Like, we've already done all the time travel episodes in the first 5 seasons of the show.
Yeah.
But they're doing them again, but better with the different,
how
did they get away with it?
If we think of the first episode, they've already changed the timeline because now Cable knows his parents.
Yeah.
And he's talked to them. Like, and before he's like, I never understood. I was angry at the stories about my parents. Like, now he met them and now he's like, does that change Cable moving forward? Or is this Cable
Cable, but we'll have old Cable who's like gruff and young Cable who's like soft.
Yeah.
Is
but
Cable
he could still be gruff,
Cable?
but he's like, I don't, this hurts my brain at this moment.
I know.
Where do you see this season going? Like, from this point? Like, are there things that you want to see?
No fucking clue.
No idea.
That's my answer too. Like, I got no clue, but at the same time, that I am so excited to see what they pull out of the bag. You know,
there's one thing I'm excited for, just purely from the trailer, and that's seeing Danger, like, show up. Like, do you know who Danger is, Hawk?
No.
Oh, I don't know if I want to spoil that character.
I would. I don't know.
I'm not going to spoil that character.
I think what's great about this is this is one of the few things that's made me feel like I'm a kid in the 90s again, watching these week to week going. Because I hadn't read the comics when I watched these shows. So, like, watching them now is just, it feels the same, where it's like, I don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
You know?
And even if you read the comics, like, I've read Rise of Apocalypse,
right?
But they're already different enough that I'm like, what are they going to take and what are they going to change? Because everything that they've touched has been gold.
Yeah. And
I don't want to I'll knock on wood for that. But
like, I didn't think we were even going to see Rama Tut speak.
No.
I thought they were just going to be like, oh, there's Rama Tut. We're going to go, like, Apocalypse will take him out because that's what happens basically. But like, Rama Tut could be like, that could be the big bad of the whole season kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like,
could Kang show up again? Did Kang show up in this, or was it Fantastic Four?
You're thinking of Immortus in Fantastic Four, I think, the cartoon.
No, Immortus was in X-Men.
Was he?
Yeah, he was with Bishop for a while.
Was it regular Kang? Maybe you're right. Yeah,
I think it was regular Kang in the. Yeah.
Kang's a good villain because he's fought basically everybody.
Yeah,
and I get, and it's nice because there probably doesn't seem like they're going to use him in live action for various reasons. So like, they can just do all the great stuff that they're going to do. I mean, it'd be cool if the TVA showed up and pruned him.
Oh my god,
that'd be cool. And the X-Men go, oh, we'll go find somebody else.
It would be neat if they started including that. Like, I would love this to, like, if they multiverse this and include it into
I
that.
think they're not going to, just to
I
make
doubt
the people who want it to be self-contained happy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Even though I do like the idea of this being a branching timeline, and that, like, Loki's still at the center of it, and that they could, if they wanted to, they could go find Loki at the end of time. Like, I would love to see that stuff.
Mhm.
I would love them. Like, there was an interview with Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman when Wolverine was coming out, and then he asked him, he's like, how does it feel that X-Men 97 is better than any X-Men movie you've ever made before? And he's like, I don't care. I've never seen it. Right? Why would he?
Oh,
I mean, why would he? It doesn't reach
I
the
mean-
same. There's. Do you have more people seen this? Maybe. It's hard to know, right? Like, it's very rooted in our childhood in North America, right? So I don't know, but I hope this reaches way more people. That'd be great. I hope it gets bigger, so it gets to the point that they get dragged into it. Bring me Ryan Reynolds Deadpool in this show.
I mean, we just need what's his name? Nathan Drake. What's his
Nathan Fillion?
No, Nathan
Nolan
Drake
North?
from
You want the
Nolan
Nolan
North.
North? Yeah. Okay.
I liked him in the video game. I thought
he's
he was a
great.
great Deadpool.
Yeah.
So that's another game you can't get anymore on the digital fronts.
Deadpool. Yeah, good
Deadpool.
game. By Activision. Yeah.
Mm.
Make X-Men Legends 3, cowards.
Yes. or what was it? Marvel
Ultimate
Alliance?
Alliance 3 as well.
No, they did 3, right?
No.
Yeah.
They did. Yeah.
On the Switch. We need
Yeah.
a 4.
Yeah. But nobody
4.
liked
A
3.
good one. 3 wasn't that great.
Yeah, it was bad.
I played it, but it was okay.
So this is tomorrow night. No, 2 nights. Wednesday.
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 Midnight Suns.
Still Monday.
Play Midnight Suns.
Bring
Good.
Midnight Suns into this universe. Because Wolverine
Did
is
we
a
not
Midnight Sun.
see Blade?
We saw Blade, yeah.
We saw Blade. Yeah, okay.
Oh no, wait, was that Spider-Man?
No.
That was
no.
Spider-Man.
The cartoon?
Yeah, he was on the cartoon.
No. I mean, like last season, I think we saw a screenshot of. I might be wrong, but I think we saw a screenshot of Blade, because Blade helped him take on Morbius in his the animated Spider-Man animated series.
Just expand this animated. If you can go all year with like X-Men and Avengers and like, just do it. Just do it, Disney.
Yeah.
We will keep our Disney
We'll
subscriptions.
give you more
for
money.
It
for
has
the
to
animated.
be good.
We got you.
But it has to be good.
It
yes.
has to be good.
Don't lower the quality.
I
Just
want to
give
read
us more of the animated.
I want to read you a quote from Matt Colville's Blue Sky.
Yeah, go for it.
Because this is going to involve Disney. I think one of the things that happens at the streamers is, if you're an exec responsible for a hit show, there's no incentive for you to greenlight a second season. You already had a hit, and a second season won't do as well. But a second hit show, well, now you have real power in the boardroom. So it's up to someone else to decide that they want to greenlight a second season, and that means it's years later, because it has to be someone new and green without the power to get a new show off the ground. So so why do we keep seeing really good shows canceled, right? That's why. I mean, I don't know if it's true, but it's a good theory, right?
Yeah.
Like they got the hit. Oh, cool, we had the hit, done, right? The second season won't be like, they just won't like it as much. Case in point, that's not true. X-Men 97 season 2 so far is better than season 1, and season 1 was amazing.
Yeah.
Like this could just keep going. But that's the thing, is like, you have to have people who care. You have to give them the budget they need. Like, you have to put the resources. You have to let the thing grow. And that's hard for these executives to do. I suspect that this show probably costs, I mean, animation's not cheap, but it's cheaper than making Secret Wars, which nobody wants to talk about.
Like, I wonder, I forgot what I was wondering. God damn it, I'm old. Like we were talking about the animated series, blah blah blah. Fuck, what was I thinking?
All the crossovers?
Oh no!
Like, what do you mean? Like,
no, you're talking about second seasons, and I had a thought in my brain, and now my brain is
well. Like,
tired.
Silver Surfer never had a second season. Iron Man had 3 seasons. Avengers United They Stand only had 1, but
Fantastic Four had like 2. I think
you're right too. But that Avengers show was like all the C-list. It was Falcon, Hawkeye, Tigra.
I remember what I was talking about.
War Machine.
Like, if you think about seasons and getting a second season, renewals and stuff, and then they want an organic growth, right? And they want to keep that momentum. But if things are gonna stagnate and you get a season like 2 years away, maybe 3 years away, that growth is going to be gone pretty much. Like
Well,
we need
that's the
we need
problem with
people.
Invincible, right? Is it was
Yeah.
taking too long, so they would put out like 2 episodes just to keep the momentum going, right?
Yeah, and now they've outsourced a lot of their animation
And it doesn't look as good.
overseas. It doesn't
Mhm.
look as good, but they've also saved the money for the big set pieces that they want to look good. Which I understand. Like, but
Dude,
if
it's
they,
like watching Johnny Quest and like the part that they don't move and then
Yeah.
they're talking and then it like shows them like that's how bad I think Invincible thing where it's like that
We
looks
were talking-
amazing.
I think we were
They-
talking about that in the first episode.
They're
where,
not
they didn't
showing their
move.
lips this season.
They're like that action sequence was a lot of freeze frames for
Yeah.
some reason. But like if they want to make X-Men go, like they need to make it yearly. Like that's what has to happen. Like we can't have like Game of Thrones where you're waiting like 2-3 years for something. House of the Dragon luckily will end next year,
Yeah.
and then that'll be it. And they've done, or maybe 2 years from now, who knows when they're filming that, right? But you get a smaller scale, something like the
I
A
think
Night of
that-
Seven Kingdoms, and you get yearly things, and that feels better.
I think that's a big part of it is scaling it down because
Yeah.
we don't need epic stuff all the time. Like you can do epic a lot easier in animation, but like what made Agents of Shield like season 3 or whatever, so it's when they broke it up into those 3 season arcs so that you could take your writers and go, okay, you chunk or you're gonna work on 12 episodes, you're gonna work on 12, or you're gonna work on 10 or whatever.
Mhm.
And by going like this season's only 9 episodes. That's one of the reasons this is better, right? Because it used to be 22. Like by scaling that down, I don't know if you guys know about like original Star Trek. The reason that you would have 7 episodes of garbage and then one of the best episodes of television that still exists today is because they would go, no budget. This is a great script. We're gonna make this script even better. We're gonna put all of our money into this script, and everyone's gonna want to watch the show because of this. And then you get that, and you get like Khan and stuff like that. And then you get episodes where they're like, "Yeah, see, it's Star Trek, huh?"
Yeah.
Like, and you're like, "Why
Yeah.
are they fighting
Flying
Nazis and-
pancakes and
what
Sam
is-
Kirk with a
Yeah,
the mustache.
like what is happening here? That's just Spock with a mustache. What do you mean? And so by scaling it down, like if you have to do 6 episodes, that's fine. There's a reason in the UK they do like 6 episode series, and then they do it yearly, and that's enough for those people. Literally live on that for the year. That's they make one thing of television, and it takes them 12 weeks, and that's how they can live their lives. So
And they
that
look
they have
good
time.
still.
They're really good. There's a lot of really good TV, like Fleabag, like
Oh my god, Fleabag was so good.
like just stuff like that. You're like, wow, this is amazing. Yeah, you can do that here. You can do that.
Yeah,
And you can do
I
that
think
with X-Men and Avengers.
quantity versus quality. North America needs to learn these things.
Yep.
This is
Well,
why
as
we.
Napoleon said, quantity is a quality unto itself, Eric. He did say that to you.
It's true. He also said that some animals are equal, but not all animals are the same. Equal. What was that? Animal Farm? I don't remember. My brain is.
That's George Orwell.
I know, but Napoleon was the character that.
Oh, okay. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yay! It made sense. in
All
my
right,
brain.
all right.
If there's one thing you want to see in X-Men 97 moving forward, what would you want? What's a want that you want to see this season? I want to see Gambit come back. We know it's going to happen because of the card thing at the end of the last season, but I can't wait to see him as Death.
I know. I'm pretty sure we're getting a Weapon X episode. I want to see Maverick. Like Agents, they call him Agent Zero in the movie. Agent Zero was like someone else, but Maverick, the guy who's like a sharpshooter, I really like him. He's really cool, but he's always been really misused, both in the live action and I think he was kind of a chump in.
I didn't even
cartoon.
remember him being in the live action. Which one was he in?
He was Agent Zero. I don't remember the actor's name.
In the Wolverine Origins movie.
Yes, he was played by an Asian actor. I think the character might be Asian, so I mean, I wouldn't care anyway. But yeah, because Maverick's thing is he's like a sharpshooter.
Yeah.
But they call him Agent Zero in that for whatever reason, which is like somehow blending Maverick and like I think X-Man, who was also called Agent Zero, who I don't know if
X-Men was Agent.
That he was he thought Deadpool thought he was a clone of him or something at one point, and because it was a mix of him and Cable, and it ended up being so it was a whole thing. It was really weird. But I really like that character. Like I like his powers. and I like that he's kind of like a mercenary. And I'd like to see him used well because I think we've never we don't have like an animated Punisher or anyone like that. So it'd be cool to see because like Cable and Bishop use guns, yeah, but Bishop powers the guns from his own self, and Cable just uses big fucking guns. So it'd be cool to see someone like who can fight Wolverine, and like it would be neat. I think it'd be neat because we're adults, and they can have guns now. They don't just have to have lasers.
Hawk, is there anything you want to see this season?
I know they did. I know they included Mojo last season for that episode,
was cool.
Right?
Yeah.
But I really wanted.
Oh, I thought about that.
I really wanted
to say it after Hawk.
No, yeah. I hope.
I really wanted to see the return of Longshot.
That's
I loved Longshot when I was a kid. One of my favorite X-Men characters, and I know he appeared back in the original animated series. I watched it. It was okay. I just want to see what they could do with him in this, like in particularly with the animation style and the action that they're doing with it. I would love to see Longshot in action in one of these episodes.
That's fair. I'm gonna go again because I know Dave, you have a second one. I said this before we went on air, but I want to see Bobby Drake. I want to see Iceman. I want to see him at his full power level. Omega level, right? We saw Storm reach her Omega level this season. I want to see Iceman go fully iced and just, oh my god, he's one of my favorite characters. I would love to see that.
Dave. I want to see the Shi'ar show back up because obviously Professor X just fucked off. I want to see Gladiator again because Gladiator is really cool.
Oh yeah, Gladiator is cool. Oh, and like I like there's no repercussions for him just leaving.
That's what I mean. That's what you send Gladiator for. You say, Charles, you have to come back now. You're the king. You're the emperor. Like you're the
you gotta be making those babies, and we need more.
Gotta make those bird babies.
Right, yeah. Hawk, you used the second one. We've done two each.
Second. Like I said, Captain Britain. Just for
Excalibur. Yes.
Oh
my god. Yes. Oh my god. Yes. What do you guys want out there in the world? Let us know. We want to know. I want to know. Like, I'm looking forward to it. This is one of the series. Like, I've started watching. I was like, do we do weekly episodes on this? Like, I love this show. It's so good. Like, it's so good. We'll think about it.
I don't know if I can. I'm gonna have.
I'm away now. You have a baby coming. I'm going away for a couple weeks.
But I'm having it.
We'll talk about it in a couple. We'll just do the season. We'll do the season. We have to talk about a bunch of things. Spider-Man's coming out in a couple weeks. What else is coming out? I saw Supergirl. I really like that movie. That was fun.
Evil Dead Burn is coming out on the 10th.
Evil Dead. We didn't talk about Masters of the Universe. That movie
I haven't
was great.
even seen it yet. I really want to see it.
You didn't see Masters of the Universe?
I haven't. No.
Oh man,
we're busy building cribs and
you should go check it out on.
I heard the sequel greenlit, even though they were saying it didn't do that well.
Amazon has the ability to do that. They have the money, so I hope so because the organic. I keep on saying organic today. The reception of fans has grown a lot, even though it hasn't made as much money. So I assume once it hits streaming, it's gonna make way more, or they're gonna get the views. Like Project Hail Mary made a shit ton of movie. They just dropped it on Friday on Amazon Prime, so now people are just watching that like nothing else. Amazon has the money to just say, let's do He-Man. If maybe we bring She-Ra on.
They don't have the money to make Stargate currently.
That is.
Wait, did that reboot get canceled?
It got canceled, man.
Oh,
they said it was appealing to the original fans too much, and not
but no
fans.
One else. They want the broader audience. They want new people. But I'm like, you know how you do that? Yeah, bring in the old fans. And they bring in their friends.
The old fans champion the new series and that, which attracts attention from people who don't know anything about.
Kind of like
young fans.
Yeah. Or you get the people that are like, we hate this. Why did this come back? And then they bring in people and they start loving it, like Battlestar did.
Arguably, that worked with He-Man because Kevin Smith made 2 awesome seasons of a He-Man cartoon on Netflix, and now we have apparently a pretty good He-Man movie.
Damn good He-Man movie. You guys should watch it. It's on Steve Plus. Yeah, I don't know. We'll talk about something in a couple weeks. We're not too hard on this. It's the summer. We
Yeah.
got to relax. We got babies on the way.
It's hot.
It's hot. We don't want to go outside.
It's nice out now, but
It's nice out now, but it's gonna get boiling again, and it's not gonna be fun. We have Star Trek coming up. Maybe we'll do a talk about that. There's a bunch of new shit coming out this summer. We got House of the Dragon. Maybe we'll do a season of that. Brent has his Survivor game show premiering in a couple weeks.
He hasn't messaged me about that at all.
No.
And you know what? We should do a board game thing at some. We should play
Maybe we'll do a board game
or something. Online,
remember we played actually that was fun.
That was fun.
We should do that again.
Yeah.
We could.
I have that here actually. So
I have it right down there.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. We'll do something. We'll see people soon. Anyway, thank you, Dave. Thank you, Hawk, for coming and chatting about stuff that we talked about today. We will talk about stuff in a couple more weeks. Thank you guys out there for listening. We will see you guys soon. Good night. Bye.
This is the Stuff Podcast.
This is the stuff.
Yeah, we like stuff.
And the stuff says bye.
It's over.
Well, that's it for us this week on Geeks with Kids. If you want to get a hold of us, you can send us an email at podcast@geekswithkids.ca. And don't forget to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/geekswithkids. Follow us on Twitter at geekswithkidscn. Check out our pics on Instagram at geekswithkids. And you can find all of this good stuff on our website at www.geekswithkids.ca. So if you like what you hear, why don't you hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment. This podcast can be found on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, YouTube, and your favorite podcasting app. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.